Hey, I had to come on here and say this. You know, we have to heal because hurt people really be hurting people. And when you healed from knowing how to separate love in a person, right? My last video I dropped, there's a big difference between love and lust or love and hate. It's a thin line and we get confused sometimes. People can manipulate us. They can trick us into thinking that it's love, but it's really lust. Sometimes it takes people longer to figure these things out, but sometimes it only takes us longer because we don't want to accept what it is. And this is the part of us healing after whatever happens. Usually it doesn't end well, or you're in that situation, it's just always on and off, arguing, fighting, bickering, just whatever. It feels like you're just dealing with this person. You don't get butterflies for this person. Love, you will get butterflies. You will be smiling ear to ear. You get me? Like, this is why they say you can't hide the God glow, the Jesus glow. You can't hide when you're in love because you'll be so lovey-dovey with your partner, always touching your partner, wanting to touch your partner, wanting to sit by your partner. You will want to always just smile. You'll be looking at them in a different way. And people from the outside will be able to see that. We'll literally be able to see this. So, like, you can't really hide it, you know? And eventually we have to go down memory lane, you know, with whichever big situations that really stood out the most, that really hurt you the most, that really made you feel bothered because maybe you felt rejected. You know, you had to deal with rejection. And this person, like, it just really hurt you because you couldn't believe this person didn't want you. You know, you couldn't believe that you were showing your kindness and love to someone, and you're like, wow, like, I was doing all of this and you still were entertaining other girls, or you still were entertaining other men. Like, you asking me for this, and this, and you still doing this, and this with other men. Like, you're sneaky. Like, this whole time, like, I was really loyal and being there and really trying to grow and thinking that we going to really be together. And you were really playing games. But usually when we decide to really keep it real with ourselves, I know I had to get to that point, you know, because I wanted to heal. I wanted to get over it. I didn't want that person to win. I didn't want them to think that that relationship fucked me up to the point where I would never find true love. I didn't want people to think that, like, it was impossible. I didn't want people to think like I'm asking for too much or it's unrealistic, because it's fucking not. Okay, excuse my French, y'all, but it's really not unrealistic. It's not impossible. We just have to be ready. We have to release. But it's really us learning. So look at these people as a stepping stool of growth, of learning yourself, you know? And don't look at it so much as like, they hurt me, fuck that, I want to get my lick back, or, you know, I'm a cheat back, then leave. It's just an ongoing cycle. And you don't realize that you're actually delaying your own growth, your own happiness. Because I know you want to be happy. I know you want to be loved. I know you don't want to have that on your mind, like if your partner is cheating or if they're talking to other people. I know you want to be in peace. I know you tired of the nagging. You know, that shit is overwhelming when it's just you arguing about anything, just what y'all gonna eat. You feel me? It's just, it be like little things. With the right partner, you're not going to want to see them mad. You're going to apologize because you always want to see them happy. You always want to see them smiling. That does something to your soul. So if you're in a relationship or a situation with someone and you're always mad and they're okay with you being mad, that's like super bad. You feel me? And this is things we need to realize. Sometimes we realize these, what they call red flags, but we give people chances after chances. We think people are going to change. And I thought that for the longest, you know, with friends, with lovers. I'm like, oh, they're going to change. They're going to change. Give it time. I've even left people alone and then got back into connection with them to see, like, would they change? Would they change? And they never change. They never really change. They will change for other people. They will be different for others. But because they've already known you, they can be that same person. They can always act in that same person. It's like you cannot it's something about it. It's like you can't even erase it. Like they're that same person. Literally. Even when you leave and you come back, give it the next day, they the same person. It might be that same night. You're going to be like, oh, wow, they the same person. And sometimes it's really the little things that we got to pay attention to. If this is someone where y'all literally are arguing about who's driving, who's cooking, how y'all going to eat, or you needing help with something, you asking them for money for something, or for support or help, you crying to them about something, or I don't know, like anything. Maybe you're going through something else in your life with your job, with your career, with your family. You should be able to talk to this person. You know what I'm saying? Like, we really be overlooking how people be treating us and how they be having an attitude with you. I want all the sisters that's listening to me right now to understand. If I'm hanging around you and you bring me around a man and he got an attitude with you, I don't like him. I don't fucking like him. I don't like him. Why do you have an attitude with the woman that you're with? If you don't like her, why are you with her? You get me? And men, same thing. If you are my friend and you bring me around to meet your shorty and shorty got an attitude with you, arguing with you, I'm not going to like her. I'm more than likely not going to like her because obviously she don't like you. Because a girl that likes a boy, a girl that loves a boy, a girl that loves a man, we don't be wanting to argue. We be like, I'm so sorry. You're going to apologize. You're going to make things right. You're going to know you want to be with this person forever. It's just something different about them. You want them to always be smiling. That's for man and female. All right? It's for both of us. So if you're in a relationship and it's like y'all got an attitude with one another, that's a red flag. This is why you're not getting that happy ending that you're looking for. This is why you feel that missing piece inside of your soul. It's because that love is missing. You're around someone that is literally a hater. It's like a mosquito bite. A mosquito biting you whenever chance that they can. And you just itching, scratching it, it disappear. It's going to bite your ass again. Then you itching. Like, we got to get a grip on it. We got to get a grip on it because, to be honest, we really just need to do it for the new world. As in, like, the kids. Some of you that are listening to me, you have children. You feel me? I will have me some children in a couple more years. And I'm doing this for the children. Like, some of y'all kids gonna be around my kids. So I need to make sure that we're learning how to treat one another. We're learning and noticing when someone doesn't like us. You don't go for the man that don't like you. And we need to stop telling our kids that when they're young, oh, he's being mean to you because he like you. No. Don't do that. We want the man that is nice to us. We want the boy that is nice to us. Because if you telling your little girls that, they're going to keep that in the back of their head until they're an adult. And this is why they're going for the bad boys. This is why, because they still got that seed planted in their mind that you planted in as a parent. You feel me? So this is why I really be speaking this, is because I just want shit to be better, especially with the kids, especially if I'm be bringing some children on this world. You get me? Like, I want them to be able to just live. You know, to be able to have a friend or two. Damn. Can I be able to trust somebody? You get what I'm saying? Like, I just, because it don't even be, I don't know, man. We just be, some of us, it just be the idea of a person. And we can have an idea of a person all we want. But if we with the wrong person, it don't matter. You get what I'm saying? You can just want a man. But if you, and that's fine. You know, if you want a man. That's fine if you want a woman. You should want a partner. People that said that they don't want a partner scared me too. But anywho, where I was getting at, maybe I just chop from there. But like, yeah, people that say that they don't want a partner, they scary too. But damn, I forgot what I was about to say, y'all. I was going to chop back on there, but I don't really want to talk about that. I want to go back to what originally I had said. Maybe I need to stop this and go listen to it. Yeah. Okay, I'm back. I know what I was talking about. Yeah, so We got these folks, these parents. Be careful what you telling your children, because if you planting the wrong seeds, they're going to remember that as a teenager, even as young adolescents. When they're in middle school, this is how they're going to treat people. These are the type of boys that they're going to go after. It's the bad boys, the ones that's hitting them, the ones that they see as aggressive, that's fighting their friends. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful with the words that you say. Not everybody is really understanding what you're saying. They're going to take it for what they understand it. They taking it with their own perspective. So you really got to be mindful of what you're telling these children. And this is why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I want people to change and be on that same type of vibe that I'm on. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we all want a partner. Trust me. We want a partner because you want that happy ending. You want someone that supports you. You want someone that is literally your best friend, that you could turn up and have fun with, but that's your lady too. Someone that is sophisticated and classy, but she's a freak in a bedroom. You want someone that is attractive. You want someone that knows how to keep the spark where y'all are falling in love every day, right? You want someone that has good conversation with you. Everyone's conversation is different. Everyone's conversation style is different. You want someone to be able to match how you like to talk, right? You want them to be able to hear and understand you and relate to you. So you might want people within the same type of things that you have, you know? It's cool. Like that's what we should want. That's the point, you know, is to find the right matches. But we not supposed to be matching with people that don't like us. You know, people that are lying, people that are manipulators, okay? People that got their foot here and their foot there. People that are scared to take a risk and choose you. You chose them. You jumped all in. They don't choose you. You got to be like, oh, okay, then this ain't going to work then. You got to have a non-negotiable when it comes to that. It's like either we're doing this for real, or we not. But honestly, with the right person, y'all not going to have that conversation. Because y'all just going to know this is for real. You get what I'm saying? It's not going to be where you have to ask somebody, oh, what are we? With the real, you're going to know what y'all is. That's going to be set in stone. That would be set in stone before y'all probably even meet. Like you could or meet someone, I'm saying like at a coffee shop. And now he gets your number. He asks you for your number and y'all texting. He could be saying that through the text message. That's what I'm getting. Is that, oh, I want you to be mine. It don't be taking that long. When you got to start begging a man or whatever, begging a woman, what are we, what we doing, baby, they still got their options open. And then if you got one that got their options open, that's just saying they out here just living life, having fun, be mindful of that too. You don't want nothing from them folks because they out here living life and having fun. So you don't need to be dealing with that. Getting caught up in that. That's a lot of energy transferring over there. Okay, multiple partners and stuff. You want someone that when they meet you, when y'all meet each other at that coffee shop, this is just my example. Okay, this is just an example. Okay, this is just an example. If you meet this person at the coffee shop, you want them to recognize you. You want them to be obsessed with you, curious about you off that first initial link. When y'all first come into connection or come across one another, you want someone, either the man or the woman, one of y'all need to look at each other in a way that it's like, I need to know what's up with you. Like, who are you? Okay? And then this person could be texting you, making plans for a date because they want to see you again. They're not going to be playing. Maybe they're working, they're busy. They're going to be like, okay, I'm off this day. Can we blah, blah, blah. They're not going to be playing. I want y'all to understand that. Because before, I ain't really understand it. But now that I understand it, I could tell y'all. Because I was stupid as fuck. Damn, I was stupid. But the difference is, from a lot of people and me, and I admit that I was stupid as fuck. You feel me? And I don't know, maybe I was just bored. You know, because listen, I'm just throw this in here. I am a Venus and Gemini. So those who know, y'all know. And we got a bad rep. They say, it's hard to make us settle down. You feel me? Because we get bored. Or if someone say they don't want nothing serious with me, or if they're not showing me that they're being serious, I move on. And people say, or they expect me to be stuck and sprung over them, but it's like, what am I stuck on? You're not giving me nothing to be stuck on. And, sometimes I get a bad rep because I can move on from that. But I don't give no fucks. I'm glad that I never stayed in those stupid ass situations. I'm glad that I didn't play people's stupid games, and they're mad that I didn't play their games. You don't want nothing with me? Okay, cool, bye. I'm moving along. Now you mad because I'm moving along. Now you saying I never cared about you. I never thought. Well, I was trying to get to know you. I was trying to care about you, but this is what we dealing with. So I got to continue to move on. Let me go find my person that care about me off the rip. You feel me? I need somebody that wants to be committed off the rip. When we meet and we start talking to one another, it's a mutual thing, But it would just be different. I keep saying that because I want y'all to understand that the whole energy would just be different. Like, you will be able to identify when it's the same type of spirit. Like, it might not be your ex, but it'd be someone that has the same spirit as your ex, and you'll be able to identify their spirit. You know what I'm saying? You want to be like Jesus. Y'all need to start asking to be more like Jesus. Like, I don't know what else to say. I don't know. For the ones that's really struggling with this, because you need to be able to recognize these spirits. This is why you could become calmer, because you already know the spirit. So you know how to handle the spirit. Motherfuckers, they want you to react. They want you to be bothered. You got to move along. You got to move along. Don't keep entertaining that same spirit. Like, knock that shit out, and move along to the next thing. Because life is always about learning. We never done. It's always another step and another step and another step and another step and another step. Like, come on, get the stepping. You got to get the step. You got to put your stepping shoes on. Because we always going to be learning. It's always a new step and a new step and a new step. But I done went through these steps already when it comes to that. And I remember telling myself, I said, I'm cool off this. I'm cool off this. I need to be abstinent. Like, I'm cool off this. This ain't fulfilling my spirit. The type of men that I'm interacting with and entertaining, because it's me entertaining them. I keep it real. I'll be real with myself, because when I'm real with myself, I could be real with God. And this is why God is able to bless me, because I'm being real with myself and I'm being real with him. And I'll be real to people. I'll come off as a real person. I'm sharing this with y'all right now. This is real. So it's like I just went through so much with just entertaining the wrong people. And I got so tired of it. And I told myself I'm going to go abstinent, because it would be where I would meet people. I'm talking to them. I'm trying to see what their spirituality is like. Do they even believe in God? Do you even believe in Jesus? What do you know about the Bible? Tell me, what stories do you know about? How educated are you on it? And then it'll be some that I'll run across and they like super damn near Bible, anti-God, anti-Christ. And I'm like, oh Lord, get this away from me. Satan, behind me now. Get behind me now. You know what I'm saying? And I got tired of running into these type of people, because I wasn't fetching for them. They were just coming towards me. You know what I'm saying? I was tired of them just running into me or being the ones to approach me. They wasn't scared to approach me and say things to me. And then when I get to talking to them, or we start kicking it and I start to ask them questions, or we just getting to know each other, regular stuff. And I see I started seeing the red flags too clearly. Like my fucking eyesight got so much sharper, y'all. It was like the red flags were just stinging. And then it felt like if I continued to just deal with these certain people, God was going to get me, because I just knew that they wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? And then especially about the guy that he was damn near anti-God or whatever it was. I cut him off immediately, just in case anyone was wondering. So we ain't really even talking about him. But anyways, like, it just, it gets to a point where you just gotta recognize that this ain't it. This is not really making you happy. And you gotta believe that you can be happy. You gotta believe that you can change your situation. You got to believe that there is change. There is treasure on the other side. There is a promised land. There is a land of milk and honey. You got to believe. Just like you got to believe in God. You got to believe in Jesus. You got to have that fairy tale. You got to have that magic. Okay? Because first of all, how these angels and stuff looking, it's giving movie. It's giving magical. So you got to be a believer. And sometimes you might seem insane to other people. People might think you're crazy because you believe. And they like, how you believe in a son you never seen and blah, 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 and blah. So it's an energetic feeling. Most times. It's an energetic feeling. You know? And for the ones that already understand that feeling and have that energetic pull, you don't really need to see anything physical because you feel it, you know? But people don't understand that. Some people don't understand that. But anywho, y'all, we just got to start really just trying to like cut things off when we see that it's not going in the direction of happiness. You know, there is a woman out here that will meet you halfway. You know, I know there's a lot going on about men got to pay this and take care. There's a woman out here that will meet you halfway. She's going to be on her own shit. And you come in and you could spoil her, you know, when you can. But when y'all actually get into a house together or something like that, you know, by that time, you'll be prepared. There's someone out here for you that will meet you halfway. I want people to understand that you don't never have to stay in something because you're scared or you're fearful of the change or what's on the other side. You're fearful if there is something good on the other side. You cannot be like the children of Israel when they got to the Red Sea. You gotta have some faith that you were led somewhere for a reason. Even if it's somewhere that it just looks stupid. It looks impossible to get out of. You still gotta believe that God is gonna make you get out of it in some way. God is going to make a way. You have to believe it. Okay? Moses took them to the Red Damn Sea. Them kids started shouting and getting mad at him because why? He was right there in front of a whole sea, a river, ocean, whatever it was. And he's panicking low key because he like, now I don't see no boats. How we supposed to do this? He like, how we supposed? God, what? That's like driving down the street and it say, no outlet, right? I think that's what it say. And you got to turn around. You think you got to turn around. So they like, oh my God, if we turn around, we going to get God. We're going to get God. So they crying out because they feel like this is impossible. But that's when we got to trust God the most. When you think that it's an impossible situation, when you feel like there is no way out of it, that's when we got to trust God the most. He showed us that in Genesis. We got to trust God in the most craziest ways. Even when it look like it ain't a way out of this relationship, if you know this is not the relationship that you want to be in for the rest of your life, if you know that this is not the relationship you want to be in for the next week, month, year, bitch, you need to get the planning, you know, because there's always a way. Take step by step, put your stepping shoes on. I told y'all that already. Y'all should already put them on. Shit, y'all should already have them stepping shoes should be on. You feel me? Because listen, you got to keep stepping. Even when you don't know how God gonna get you out of it, you gotta keep going. That's the crazy part. That's when you could separate. That's when you could separate who really have faith in God and who don't. So the Red Sea stories in Exodus, Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Joshua, Judges, Ruth, 1 Samuel, 2 Samuel. Yeah, it's in Exodus. Because that would have been a long Genesis. That's a lot going on actually in Genesis. So I think it's Exodus. Let's look at it. Let me get the Bible, y'all. Sing to the Lord, for he is holy. Okay, this said they went into the Red Sea. That's all I needed to know. The Lord is my strength and my defense. Ooh, I wonder if that's a song already. Oh. Okay, let's see the exact verse. Do not be afraid. Stand firm and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today. The Egyptians you see today, you will never see again. God is trying to tell some of y'all, do not be afraid. Stand firm in your decision. You don't want this relationship. You won't ever have to see that person again. That is the Egyptians to you. Okay? Whoever that opposition was, or who you ain't supposed to be around, and maybe you got some type of attachment dealing with them right now. God is saying, do not be afraid. Don't be afraid. You're going to get out of this situation. You're going to get a way to get through. Stand firm and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today. Today. You got to demand that God does it for you today. Okay? The Egyptians you see today, you will never see again. God will get rid of your enemies. You won't never have to deal with an enemy again. You won't never have to deal with an ex again. You got to demand. You got to ask God. You got to talk. You got to, man. Deliverance the Lord will bring you today, but you got to believe in the Lord. The Lord will still do it just to show people, even if you don't believe. But trust me, when you do believe, it's better. When you do have faith, it's better. It hit harder when you actually believe it and you say it and you demand it and you command it. Moses answered the people. He said, do not be afraid. Stand firm and you will see the deliverance the Lord will bring you today. The Egyptians you see today, you will never see again. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still. Some of you are already at that point. This is what I just heard. Some of you are already at that point where you're at the transition line, where it's you between the Red Sea. Y'all stay with me. And God is saying, I need you to be still. You're already in the transition mark. You already let go of that. Don't worry about that. Don't be afraid of what you have let go of. Don't be afraid of the past. Don't be afraid of who you think is coming after you, who's chasing after you. God is saying that he's going to let them get just but so close to you. And then he's going to move the waters for you. He's going to depart the Red Sea. Okay, and what that means in a physical form for right now, because he probably ain't going to technically do that for you right now, but that's just, happen. But will it happen right now? Who knows? Maybe if you are in a situation with the sea, God will bring you out of that. You know what I'm saying? But for us who ain't doing no business with no seas or none of that, God could have got you out of a relationship. God could have moved you away from a home situation. God could have moved you out of a job, a new job. All right. Maybe you're in a standing still. You done lost the job. You're waiting to move into a place. Okay. Maybe you're waiting for an opportunity to come in. Okay. Maybe you're waiting for a job to call you back. Okay, maybe you got rid of an ex, someone from your past, and you're waiting for your husband or you're waiting for your wife. God is saying, stand still. The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still, because some of you are already at that mark where you can't go no further. You got to just stand still and just cry out to God. Believe, speak it, ask God what you need. Tell him what you want. Talk to him. You feel me? Because he's going to get the fight in this battle for you. And all you're going to have to do is just stand still. So that means you're going to get opportunities just coming out of nowhere. Because God wants you to just stand still. He don't need you to do nothing. He's going to bring it to you. Don't worry about them people that's chasing you. Don't worry about them Egyptians. He said you will never see them again. The Lord is fighting for you. So he's going to have them going through their own shit. They don't got time to be worried about you. Or he's going to move you away from these people. Or move these people away from you. Whichever way he got to do it. We see how the Egyptians ended up, though. In Exodus chapter 14, this is what I'm reading. We know how these Egyptians end up, though. So he going to move them out your way. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about it. Then the Lord said to Moses, why are you crying out to me? Tell the Israelites to move on. Raise your staff. Y'all know the staff, the rod, the staff. That's the thing God made out of out of wood, and it could turn to a snake. I think he made it out of a tree. Who knows how he made it? But he gave this staff, or they call a rod, staff, I don't know, whichever one you want to call it. In the Bible right here, it's a staff, but this is NIV version. New International Version. I didn't even realize I was reading this version. Okay, but they calling it staff. And stretch out your hand over the sea to divide the water so that the Israelites can go through the sea on dry ground. I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians so that they will go in after them. And I will gain glory through Pharaoh and all his army, through his chariots and his horsemen. The Egyptians will know that I am the Lord when I gain glory through Pharaoh, his chariots, and his horsemen. Let's go back. He said, he will raise your staff and stretch out your hand over the sea to divide the water so that Israelites can go through the sea on dry ground. Like what? God is going to do something big for you to be able to go down, to do whatever you got to do on dry ground. That means you're going to be safe and sound. That means things is going to be happening very chaotic in your life. You might be seeing whales and sharks on the side of you and fishes and stuff like that, baby. It's going to be a lot of chaos on all sides of you. Behind you, you got the Egyptians running, chasing after you. On the side of you, you got sharks and all this stuff in the water. You freaking out, but God is saying He's going to have you safe walking through dry ground, which means your exes might be going crazy over here, family members going crazy over here, old friends going crazy over here, trying to do this, chasing, talking about you, doing all this. Mind you, you're going to continue to be walking through dry ground. Ain't nobody going to touch you. Ain't nobody going to stop you. You're going to continue to move forward. Whew. He said, I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians so that they will go in after them. He's going to make the Egyptians so mad that they're going to follow after you to the point that they fall into their own fucking death. He's going to harden. So he's going to make people get so mad with you because of how blessed he's going to bless you. People don't want to talk about how real God get. They don't want to talk about how real God get. He said, I will harden the hearts of the Egyptians so that they will go in after them. He's about to set the Egyptians up. He's going to make the Egyptians so mad that he see them going through the water that they're going to try to follow to still go get them. They not going to come to their senses and say, I can't walk through the water. They're going to still try to chase these people knowing that they can't even do nothing to them. You got people that's still going to try to come and harm you and chase after you, knowing that they can't touch you, knowing that they can never see you, knowing that they can't stop you, but they still going to be that stupid. They're going to be that mad. They're going to be that angry. They hate you that bad that they're going to chase after you and fall into their own death. And I will gain glory through Pharaoh and all his army, through his chariots and his horsemen. Because they were able to go through. This is crazy. Because they was able to go through that water, God is going to really show them who's God for real. The way that you're going to move through in your life, the way that you're going to flourish in your life, the way that the opportunities are coming to you, the way that you're going to get promotions after promotions, the way that you're going to be so favored by God. This is how God is going to gain the glory, because everyone is going to know that it came from God. Yeah. And everyone will know that He's the Lord, that He is God. People will know God because of you. People are going to know God because of your situation. People are going to know God because of how you handle things, how you got through things. People know God. People are curious about your God. They know your God is real. Come on now. You got the God of Moses. Your God could depart the Red Sea and have you walking through dry ground. You got chaos happening all around you, and you still got through untouched. Not a shark bit you, not a shark touched you, not a fish touched you. Nothing happened, no water touched you. Y'all walked on dry ground. In the ocean, boo. In the ocean. That's the God you serve. And that's why God is getting the glory. Now they're going to know your God is for real. You done been through hardship after hardship. And they know how, because these are people that caused it in your life. They did things purposely to make you be in lack, to make you live in poverty, to make you never in love and happy. People do things purposely. You got to live through it. You got to go past it. There's people that be praying on your downfall. They don't want you to succeed. They don't want you to be different. And your different could just be like, I don't want to be in marriages where y'all not happy. Or I don't want to be forced into a marriage because I had a baby with someone. And people will get mad at you because that's what you're different about. People get mad at you because I don't want to start naming that. I don't. But you got to just keep going. You got to just keep going because they're going to be mad forever. They're going to be mad forever. But the thing is, God is going to harden their hearts. He's going to let them get mad. So somebody need to say, God, let them get mad because they're going to kill themselves. They're going to jeopardize themselves. They're going to put themselves in their own death. The Egyptians were so mad. They wasn't even thinking. They didn't even have common sense. You got people so mad, they're going to try to attack you. They're going to try to do things to you. And it's an automatic fail. They didn't even think it through. They was just beasting to get you, just to stop you. There's no way you was going to just leave out of their sight. There's no way you was leaving out of their village, out of their community. They was never going for that. That's what they thought. That's what they thought. And they really chased you. They really got so mad and angry that they wanted to stop you. They wanted to chase you. Some of these people really start doing rituals like bullshit, bro. You got to understand, people really hate people. Stop thinking that people don't hate people. Stop thinking that people don't be curious about this bullshit that be online and stuff like that. Call a psychic and get this. I can make your ex disappear. I can do this if you want. You think motherfuckers, when they not, listen, God said, I will harden the hearts of Egyptians so that they will go in after them. That's going after them. These people are so mad that they're going to do whatever they can to stop you. And guess what? God is allowing this because they're going to fucking cause their own death. You're going to die. You're going to die. You're going into your own deaths. You're going against them. You're chasing after people. You're attacking people, but you're not thinking things through. That's stupid. That's stupid. The Egyptians did not think that through. That was very stupid of them to try to chase after them people in that water like that. That was very stupid of them. Because first of all, the water had already got down. God had already released it. Okay, Moses is already across the sea. So the staff had already released the water. So what is y'all doing coming inside the water anyway? They didn't think that through. They were so mad and they really wanted to stop and get these folks. They wanted to stop Moses so bad. They could not believe it. And then the angel of God, who had been traveling in front of Israel's army. So there was an angel of God who was already traveling in front of the army. Mind you, this angel can be invisible to us. We might not be able to see this angel. We might not have been able to really see how this angel was looking. You know, some people can. You know, and they can do, I don't know, it's just, they can do so much. You never know who's guiding you and watching and who's where and there and we never know what God can do to come on earth, to protect his people, to guide his people, to lead his people. He said the angel of God who had been traveling in front of Israel's army. You think that these Israelites saw an angel of God and they was just calm following, they wouldn't have been crazy all screaming like they was if they would have saw an angel in front of them. I don't think they noticed that what this was. I don't even think they really knew it was an angel. I gotta go make sure, see about that. Because the way that they were screaming, you want to think. It says, then the angel of God who had been traveling in front of Israel's army withdrew and went behind them. So now he go behind them. The pillar of cloud also moved from in front and stood behind them. I remember this. I remember that. I remember it was a light and stuff like that. Maybe they did know. I don't think they really knew it was an angel. Maybe Moses knew, but I don't think them children of Israelites, they knew that was a damn angel. Okay? It said, because first of all, it'd be like angels can be in disguise as a cloud. Angel could be disguised as a tree. You know what I'm saying? As a bush. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you really might not even be able to know. Okay. The pillar of cloud also moved from in front and stood behind them. So now the cloud is in the back. Coming between the armies of Egypt and Israel. Throughout the night, the cloud brought darkness to the one side and light to the other side. So neither went near the other all night long. So y'all know, I think it's Exodus 13, the chapter before this. It spoke about the Lord being in front of them with the pillar of the cloud and having the light, the fire in the back, and neither one of them left their sight. And like I said, like sometimes we don't know how the Lord is watching over us through these clouds and these bushes and this fire and just things that's going on in the world. Like, I don't think the children of Israel really knew that was an angel of God, or that was the Lord himself. Moses probably knew, but again, I don't think these children of Israel knew, because of how they reacted. It's like Moses needed to remind them not to, panic. God got us. If there's a pillar of a cloud following me and a pillar of fire that is lighting up the way for me, I'm going to believe that somebody is here guiding me. When there is a will, there's a way. When things are working out for you and it seems like everything is in a parallel line, like it's really working out, understand that somebody is guiding you in that direction. Trust me. Trust me. You get what I'm saying? Once things start working out for me and I'm being guided to a specific way or a situation, then I'll be knowing that God is leading me. I might not be able to see him. I might not know exactly how he's showing up, because again, he can show up in many different ways, but I know that I'm being led. I know to have my ears open to listen so that I know exactly what to do and what to say. Okay, Moses knew what to say because his ears was open to hear God. Okay, so it say, throughout the night the cloud brought darkness to the one side, blah, blah, blah. Then Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and all that night the Lord drove the sea back with a strong east wind and turned it into dry land. The waters were divided, and the Israelites went through the sea on dry ground with a wall of water on their right and on their left. Crazy. So God is going to get you through it. I'm repeating myself now, but God is going to get you through it with a wall of water on your left and your right side, meaning you're going to have chaos on both sides, y'all. Y'all heard what I said, man. Y'all heard what I said. You're going to have chaos on both sides. There's going to be a lot going on both sides of you, but God is going to have you just walking right through on dry ground. Okay, the Egyptians pursued them, and all Pharaoh's horses and chariots and horsemen followed them into the sea, like stupid idiots. During the last watch of the night, the Lord looked down from the pillar of fire and cloud at the Egyptian army and threw it into confusion. He jammed the wheels of their chariots so that they had difficulty driving, and the Egyptians said, "Let's get away from the Israelites. The Lord is fighting for them against Egypt." So you're going to have some people who's a bit smart. You're going to have some people, your enemies, they're going to be catching on. They're going to be like, oh, we need to stop playing with this person right here because the Lord is fighting for them. You get what I'm saying? Let's get away because, I got to stop messing with this person. I got to stop sending a text to this person. I got to stop doing this to this person because the Lord is fighting for them against me. Yeah, you're Egypt. The ops is Egypt. You get me? So they're like, the Lord is fighting for them against Egypt. He sure is. Confirmation. He sure is. Then the Lord said to Moses, stretch out your hand over the sea so that the waters may flow back over the Egyptians and their chariots and horsemen. So God said all of this to Moses. It probably came through communication in the mind, I'm sure. Moses just knew what to do. Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and at daybreak, the sea went back to its place. The Egyptians were fleeing toward it, and the Lord swept them into the sea. Why would they even think that they was going to get across? Why would they think that the same way that God made for you was going to be the same way that they was going to get on when they're the one that's attacking you? Why would the Egyptians ever think that God was going to let them just come right through there? And this is something that was miraculous. This was not nothing normal. When they pulled up to that sea, or when they was from a distance and they saw people walking through the Red Sea, they knew that was not normal. Some of you are being blessed in abnormal ways. It's so big. Your life is so big. It's so inspirational. You're blessed in marvelous ways. They know you got favor over you. And they still got the audacity to try to follow and think that they about to go down the same road, the same path. These are your counterfeits, your copycats, thinking that they're going to do the same profession as you, just trying to be just like you, walking the same path as you. Like God just going to let it. What? That ain't your path. That wasn't your walkway, babe. This is not your property. This is not your property. So what happened? Boom. The Lord swept them into the sea. Yeah. So they're going to come following you. People are coming to follow you, attacking you. And, it was too late. They said, let's get away from the Israelites. The Lord is fighting for them. But y'all already had jumped in the water. You feel me? I feel by that time they already kind of jumped in the water. The Lord jammed their chariot, the wheels. So now they going all over the place. They probably fell out. Some came into the water. Some probably literally drove their chariot into the water trying to make it across like dummies. And that's why they was able to be swept up by the sea, Or God just let the sea just come out like a big wave and just sweep them up. The Egyptians were fleeing toward it, and the Lord swept them into the sea. Oh, exactly. They were coming towards the water. I knew it. They were either already in the water or they were coming towards it. That's exactly. You want to play with fire, you're going to get it. You want to play with water, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. I would never even play with no water. Do y'all not know that water is the most powerful thing out here on earth? This is why God was able to flood the earth like that. I mean, he could burn the earth up too with fire. Trust me. But it's something about water where I think he could just get the job done. Something about water where you just get the job done. You know what I'm saying? Because with water, you could still have a boat. That's why he was able to tell Noah to build an ark. So you could still have an ark. You still have a boat. But with the fire, a lot of things just catch on fire. Random things catch on fire. You can't really escape a fire. But with water, even though it can do some damage, it seems like God can work really through water more. Not that he can't work through all the elements. It seems like with water, you could just do a lot more. Like he flooded the earth, but he still had Noah building the ark, and Noah and his family wasn't even affected while they was on that boat, the ship, the ark. You know what I'm saying? But a big fire, what is really going to protect us with a fire? Nothing. Everything will be burned down. You can't have no boat with no fire. You can't have, what will we have? Y'all get what I'm saying? So what's next? It say, the Egyptians were fleeing to water. Yeah, fuck around and find out. Okay. And the Lord swept them into the sea. The water flowed back and covered the chariots and horsemen. The entire army of Pharaoh that had followed the Israelites into the sea, not one of them survived. So everybody that wanted to follow the leader, everybody that want to come against you, whoever this message is for, whoever decides to join the campaign, whoever decides to join the rituals, the tactics, the hating, the talking about you, all of that gossiping about you, causing lies, trying to cause harm to you, lying on you, stealing from you, whatever they did, they all going to be affected. They will all be affected. Not one of them survived. When God do it, he get the job done, okay? But the Israelites went through the sea on dry ground with a wall of water on their right and on their left. That day the Lord saved Israel from the hands of the Egyptians. And Israel saw the Egyptians lying dead on the shore. So God will show you your enemies. You're going to see it. You're going to see it. And you're going to always remember that day. You're going to remember the day that God brought you out of Egypt now. You're going to remember the day. You got to remember the day. God said you better remember the day. You got to honor the day. Okay? Maybe you need to make your own day to honor him. At least once a year, 7 days. You don't eat bread with yeast in it. Follow what he said in the Bible with the fast. You feel me? At least one I said 1 day, but 1 week a year. You should devote that. You don't have to do it at a specific time as everybody else. You pick your own time that you want to devote that 7 days to God if you feel like he saved you from Egypt. If God saved your life, when people was trying to harm you, they were chasing after you, trying to attack you, you need to devote 7 days to do a fast. Okay? I'm about to end this, y'all. That day, the Lord saved Israel from the hands of Egyptians. And Israel saw the Egyptians lying dead on the shore. And when the Israelites saw the mighty hand of the Lord displayed against the Egyptians, the people feared the Lord and put their trust in him and in Moses, his servant. So you and your impact is going to have people fearing you. because they're going to fear the Lord that is beside you, the Lord that is fighting for you. So people are going to fear you because they fear God. They better. They will. If you just read that story, I read it to y'all. I would fear a man that did all that. And that's not even a man. That's the funny part. Honestly, yeah, I will fear Moses probably too, because he was the man that did it. God used him to do it. So yeah, I understand why people feared him, because he had the Holy Spirit inside of him. But I was really talking more about God. I would fear that spirit. You know what I'm saying? But you do got to fear the people that hold that spirit within them. Because God is in many ways. God is here on earth. He's in the clouds watching us. He's guiding. He's protecting. He's doing whatever he has to do. He has angels watching his children. Specific children for sure. You can't tell me Moses wasn't chosen and he wasn't different. It wasn't that he was better than anybody. It was just that God was able to get a message across to him, and he was able to do what God needed him to do. Some of us are not able to do these positions or do these type of jobs. So God will give them to certain people that can. And it's nothing to hate on. It's nothing to be sad about. It's nothing to want. You shouldn't have covetous energy about it. You know, you may just be good at something else. Something else might be just your calling, you know, but there are some people who are meant to lead people in a different way, where God is speaking through them. And these people are usually feared because God will do things through them to show that he is real and he is the Lord. Okay, what did God say? He said, and Pharaoh and them, they will know that I am Lord, that I will get the glory. The Egyptians will know that I am the Lord when I gain glory through Pharaoh, his chariots, and his horsemen. He said nothing is getting left behind. He getting rid of everything. That means he getting rid of your enemies. Just them, their plans, their material objects, everything you think you finna be, whatever you was using to abuse, baby, he getting rid of it. God is like, nobody survived. Nobody. And that's the NIV version. Let's go to King James really fast, y'all. But I'm finna end this right now. And King James, it says, for Pharaoh will save the children if they are entangled in the land, the wilderness have shut them in, and I will harden Pharaoh's heart that he shall follow after them. I will be honored upon Pharaoh and upon all his hosts, that the Egyptians may know that I am the Lord. And they did so. So it's not really much of a difference with the translation, y'all, but you know. And it was told the king of Egypt, people fled, and the heart of Pharaoh and his servants were turned against the people. And they said, yeah, this is when he made them mad. But yeah, Moses said unto me, fear ye not, stand still and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will show to you today. For the Egyptians who you have seen today, ye shall see them again no more forever. So it's basically saying the same thing. Like whatever problems you have right now, whatever these people were trying to do to stop you, to chase you, to just kill you. Some people physically been trying to harm you, trying to cause sickness on your life, wanting you to die, you know, doing death spells and just wishing that and praying that over your life. You know what I'm saying? So God is saying that the Lord shall fight for you, and you shall hold your peace. You be still. You be peaceful. You don't got to do nothing. God will show it. God will make a way. God will continue to move you forward, whatever that is. Like you're going to continue to go to work. You're going to continue to do whatever he got you doing for work, or whatever your business is, moving forward, walking through that sea. And as soon as them people coming to attack you, or stop you, or chase after you, whatever it is, God got him. He said, I will fight for you, and ye shall hold your peace. I love that. Thank you, God. Thank you so much, God. Thank you so much. He said, and ye shall see them again no more forever. These people are going to be behind you. Get behind me, Satan. You're not going to deal with these problems. You're not going to deal with these people. God is going to get rid of it for you. Whew, this is a good word today, y'all. So I'm about to end this though, because this is long, but I feel like I'm gonna end up doing like one long message at least, maybe once a week or once a month or something like that. Yeah, stretch up thy hand. And Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to its strength with the morning appeared, and the Egyptians fled against it, and the Lord overthrew the Egyptians in the midst of the sea. And the waters returned and covered the chariots and the horsemen, all the hosts of Pharaoh that came into the sea after them. There remained not so much as one of them. There remained not so much as one of them, which means there was no one there. Nobody remained. Not a body in sight, not a chariot in sight, not a horseman in sight. God is going to clear it out. He's going to take out the trash. Okay, he's going to get rid of the trash, everything. But the children of Israel walked upon dry land. They keep making it clear that it's dry. In the midst of the sea, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. They still talking about it in King James, how you going to have on your right side and your left side. There's all this water chaos going on. Thus the Lord saved Israel that day out of the hand of the Egyptians. And Israel saw the Egyptians dead upon the seashore. And Israel saw that great work which the Lord did upon the Egyptians. And the people feared the Lord and believed the Lord and his servant Moses. So this is basically you crossing over into your promised land. You're probably preaching about God, talking about God. You're probably educated on things with God. You're probably going against cults and organizations, family members, friends. You're probably on a different path, okay? You're probably someone that is walking and trying to be like Jesus, okay? And God is saying that you have been saved from the Egyptians because you have a mind. You have crossed over. If they continue or try to chase after you and harm you and touch you and attack you, they will be dealt with. He said it would be dealt with. I ain't said it. The Lord said it. Thus the Lord saved Israel that day out of the hand of the Egyptians. So the Lord is going to save you out of the hand of these people. These people is not going to be able to touch you, stop you, block you. I want people to understand that you got to continue to live your life. Continue to move forward. Don't panic. Continue to trust in God. Understand that when you're going, what did I say earlier? When you're moving and you seeing that things is in alignment, you're being led by something. And understand that, and don't forget that, and keep going, And Israel saw, and don't pay attention to what's going on the side, on the right side, on the left side, in the back of you. Like God keep telling us the same stories, different ways. And I know he's so sick of us because some of us still don't get it. Well, some of the people don't get it because I get it. So I ain't us. And y'all probably ain't us, whoever is listening to me. And definitely whoever's listening to this message this long. I love you. If you listen to this message this long, it's 57 minutes right now. Give me a comment. Put a green heart in the comments if you listen all the way down to 57 minutes. This is going to tell me something right here. But yeah, it's just... I had something to say, and then I was going to end it. And Israel saw the Egyptians dead upon the sea. Yeah. God keeps showing us not to look back. Don't worry about the sides. It's going to be chaos. You're going to have people chasing you. You're going to have people saying that you're demonic. You're going to have people fighting your beliefs. You're going to have people thinking that, you can't save and heal people. Who said that you can do that? You can't tell people to do this and that. You can't do this on a Sabbath day. You can only do it on this one particular day. You got to dress this way. You got to act this way. God is saying, don't worry about those folks. Don't worry about those folks because he's going to save you. He's going to save you out of that whole mindset. You just crossed over into a whole new world. You're not stupid no more. You're not blind no more. This is someone that understands the spirit world. This is someone that God can talk to you now. This is someone that you understand that your actions, it has consequences. You done learned some lessons here. You know what I'm saying? You understand God for real. You understand the situation, the cycle of spiritual laws and what to give and what to give back. You can be a teacher now. Like you done passed a couple tests where you're up there as a teacher now. You feel me? But that's the Lord. So if you're someone, maybe you're in ministry, keep talking, keep going. Because people don't know no better anyway. They the Egyptians that we be talking about. They the Pharisees that crucified Jesus anyway. Y'all understand me? You understand? The children of Israel is very, very special. It's not a lot of children of Israel. It's a couple of them. Okay? And they have that light. They have that Holy Spirit already in them so that they come back to God. They will know who God is. So when you trying to tell them some rah-rah or get them to be a part of your cult or organization or communities that don't make no fucking sense, they're going to fight it. They're going to challenge you. And they're going to keep moving forward and they're going to keep spreading the truth. And there's nothing you could do about it. Because as soon as you get the attacking, understand that's going to come back. Understand that God is going to attack you. He said, thus the Lord saved Israel that day out of the hand of the Egyptians. And Israel saw the Egyptians dead upon the seashore. You will see your enemies just dead, defeated, can't do nothing else. Just have to accept it, dealing with their fate. This is what it is. You might not see them physically dead. You get what I'm saying? This might not be physically for everybody. Some of them might be physically be dying. But it really might just be their careers or just how they look. Just looking stressed, just looking tired. It's just a whole different. You're going to be able to see this. God will show you this. Okay? This can happen the same day that they doing this big attack. You'll notice them right then and there. You might have a situation where these people are about to come after you. and God is going to come through right then and there. You get what I'm saying? And Israel saw the Egyptians dead upon the seashore. And Israel saw that great work which the Lord did upon the Egyptians. And the people feared the Lord and believed the Lord and his servant Moses. Moses is just a servant. He's just doing what God told him to do. Don't hate on Moses. Don't hate on Moses. Don't hate the player, baby. Hate the game. Don't hate Moses. Get mad at God. You want to get mad at anybody, get mad at God. Because guess what? God the only one that can deal with you. God the only one that want to deal with you. He don't want me to deal with you. He want me to look the other cheek. So if you got a problem with me, go deal with God. God said he going to handle all my problems. He said, give your problems to me. So that's what I'm doing. You got a problem with me, give it up to God. Bring it up to God. Tell God about it. Let him answer that for you. Let him talk to you about that. You did. Okay, and the people feared the Lord and they believed the Lord. Now they believe him. You better believe him. He done lift the Red Sea up. He done had the sharks swimming on both sides of you while you're walking through the water. You better believe him. Oh, yeah, now you believe him? Oh, now you believe him. Oh, of course. God needs us to believe before he even show off. We need to believe right before that. Seconds before that, minutes before that, hours before that. We need to believe in him. We have to, because he just always proven himself anyway. So why not just believe it? Why not just be like, you know what, God, you going to come through. God is going to come through. I don't need to worry. But the thing is, we be weeping just like Moses. Let's keep it real. We do be weeping. We be like, God is going to come through. He's going to make a way just like Moses did. He said, God is going to come through. He's going to make a way. And then God said the next paragraph, he said, why are you weeping to me? Use your staff and divide the Red Sea. So we know that God, some of us, we know God is going to come through, but we still be crying. We do. We still be crying. And then God be like, what you crying for? Do this. Do this. Go here. Handle this. Do this way, So that's the message for today, y'all. Shout out to you if you made it to the end of this video. Like I said, drop that green heart in the comments if you made it down to the end of the video. And I'll catch you on my next video. Bye.